Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Forgive me if I'm not the most enthusiastic, but I am tired. I'm very exhausted. Had a long work day. Um, for my second day on the job as a clerk, because I'm a clerk now, I'm not a carrier anymore. They made me get up and be there at 5 a.m. When I got thrown on the schedule last week, when I first started my actual day one on the job, I was thinking I was going to be in the classroom. Did nobody tell me that they was going to actually put me in the back of the substation where I'm working at and put me to work for real, for real. Like when I say that was some hard labor, that was some hard labor. Like the post office ain't no joke. I'm gonna tell y'all, like, it's nothing to play with. It's not a game. My first day on the job, it was okay. It was good, but it was very hectic, like. But I did get two 15-minute breaks, which was nice because I had a full day. Because that day I came in last week on a Saturday, and I started at 8:30, and then I got out of there early as hell. They let me go at 2 o'clock, and I was just like, wonder why they not giving me a full 8 hours. So I guess come to find out, when you're in like temporary status and you're not a regular clerk like all the other regular employees, during your 90-day probationary period, they only give you so many 8-hour shifts, which is kind of weird. Nor will I probably ever see overtime. So my schedule is crazy right now. So like tomorrow, I go back in at 5 a.m. I get off at 11 a.m. I'm thankful for getting off early because I get a lot of shit done. That's the beauty of it. But yeah, I'm not feeling the 6-hour shifts. But one thing I will say, I like my substation. I will say that. I feel like I'm in a space where I can actually be unbothered for once. I haven't had any rude managers or anything. No rude supervisors, no rude team leads. Everyone's quite friendly to me. Surprisingly, because normally it'd be the opposite way around, depending on where you are. But yeah, it took the wind out of me today. Like, I was in so much pain, y'all. My back, my knees, everything just painful. From heavy lifting to unloading, big old heavy mail carts and stuff and sorting them. So basically, what we do in the back of the substation, you know how you go inside the little postal stations and you buy your little stamps and stuff? Well, in the back of that lovely postal station is a big ass warehouse, which you don't see on the other side. And it has all the mail that goes to everyone. So, anywho, the first day wasn't bad. Like I said, I just learned a lot in such little time. My trainer dude, he had me practicing doing the little route mail for the carriers. We do route mail every morning because the carriers have to prepare and load their trucks to get it delivered to you guys, the consumers. But as the clerks, I was thinking we were just in the window, because when I hear window clerk, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking I'm just in the front, not the back. No. Window clerks do everything just as much as the carriers, except the difference is window clerks stay inside. We ain't got to drive no mail truck. Thank you, Jesus. Carriers drive the trucks and they're on foot. That's worse. If they're a city carrier, they're on foot throughout the neighborhood. And I'm talking about blocks throughout the neighborhood. They're walking. And their schedules are way worse because they work from like 9 in the morning to like 9:30 until like sometimes as late as 8 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night, delivering mail on foot, which is very dangerous depending on what area you're in. But the little suburb, the little country town that I'm in outside of the city of Richmond, where I am, it's not that bad. It's actually pretty nice. It's a smaller district. It's not as hectic as Richmond. Richmond is way worse. And what was so funny, after I finished my first day on the job, I went over to the training facility so I could get my badge again because I already knew they had my picture in the system since the first time I went through carrier training. And after I was waiting on my badge, she asked me, one of the training ladies that do the classroom orientations, she was like, "Do you want to get unionized today, Miss Brown?" I was like, "Yeah." Because I need some protection because I ain't got time for no stupidity. So I went in the back of the classroom and I found this older black guy. He seemed pretty cool. He was all right. He was just very talkative, but very helpful. Very, very helpful. I'm glad this union guy had some sense because the last one for the carriers, I was like, ew. That guy was a little off the charts. Older white guy, very tall, glasses. He pretty much tried to put the fear in the new hires by saying, like, Richmond eats its young. Like, when he said that, I was like, why is he talking like he's trying to put the fear in people? Like, stop trying to put the fear in people. It's not that bad. But, he was just letting people know, like, it's not a joke. And the last time I checked, when I was originally hired here at the post office as a carrier, they had a group of, I believe, 15 carriers that were supposed to start at that post office, and only 7 of them showed up. So that just told me everything I needed to know. I was just like, I'm so glad I'm not at the Richmond office. I'm so glad, because the union rep, the brother I was talking to on Saturday, he was trying to tell me to come back to Richmond, but work in the plant as a clerk. And I was like, that's not happening. He really tried to convince me, y'all. He kept saying, like, oh, it's nice, it's cool AC, we have fancy machines everywhere, they'll probably put you on a machine, it's really easy, it's light duty work, you ain't got to worry about, no heavy packages and all that good stuff. They got machines for all that. It's real simple. He said it's completely changed, it's not that bad. I said, what you don't understand, sir, is that the hellhole I saw inside of that warehouse told me everything I needed to know. When you have too many people in charge and it's an extremely large warehouse and it's an extremely bigger district, that means bigger problems. I don't want any of it. I don't care how fancy the warehouse is. I don't care how fancy the plant has these nice little AI machines that read the mail. I rather be in Podunk, middle of nowhere, 20 minutes outside of my home. That's how far my commute is. It's about 25 minutes. And call it a day and be unbothered. Because I'm at the point in my life where I'm just like, look, I'm just trying to come in, collect my check, and be unbothered and go home. I don't want overtime. I don't care about overtime. It's not that serious. Because he was telling me, like, you can get all your hours and all this overtime as much as you want. You can make all the money you want. You make a lot of money at the plant. I said, again, I'm not worried about that. That's what you fail to understand. What you don't realize is that I've already had a taste of my own medicine here. I said, plus I used to be a former, postal employee in Texas a long time ago before the pandemic. But at that time, I was what's called a mail processing clerk. You see, there's 2 different types of mail clerks that people don't understand. You have to make sure you pick the right one. So if you ever see the acronym PSE, Postal Support Employee, that just means that you're like a temporary status of an employee based on your 90-day probationary period. Blase, blase. They'll determine, depending on your evaluation, whether they keep you on or not after your 90 days is up, depending on performance, which most likely they'll convert you after 90 days. As long as you don't miss any time, as long as you don't come in late, they won't dock you for anything. I mean, you're okay. It's not hard. But at the time that I worked in Texas, I was in Austin at the time, long time ago, again, back in 2019. I was a seasonal. You don't ever want to do seasonal. Seasonal is not where it's at. So anyway, I was a mail processing clerk, MPC. I was thinking that was window clerk. I was so excited. But when I found out that is a worker bee inside of the distribution plant, I was so devastated and upset because did nobody warn me that mail processing clerks and like you see something like MHA or which stands for mail handlers assistant, run. You do not want to be a mail handler's assistant or a mail processing clerk. Those are the hardest working positions in the post office. I'm not joking. Now, as a window clerk, don't get me wrong, it's hard work still, but it's not as bad as the others that are in the plant. Like when I was in Austin, for example, not only was I at the plant, but as a seasonal, they don't give a damn about your ass. They will move you around as they please, and they will put you in places that you don't want to be. So, for example, one day you might be at the plant, and they'll tell you to come in at 7 p.m. at night. Then you don't get off till 7 a.m. that morning because you work a minimum of 12-hour shifts. And sometimes they will have you work mandatory overtime, 4 hours over. So you're looking at anywhere between 14 to 16 hours on average as as a mail processing clerk at the plant. That's why I try to warn people, like, if you ever go inside the post office, avoid the plant as much as possible. Like, it's not what it's cracked up to be. I don't care what district, what city it is. It's all the same BS. But yeah, they work 10 times harder than your regular average window clerks because if I wasn't at the plant one night, I would be over at the annex. The annex is a fancy acronym term for another shitty warehouse with no AC, and you got forklift operators rolling around. It's like a big clown circus. Like, you don't want to do it. And if I wasn't at the annex one night, they would send me to the airport warehouse. The airport warehouse was the worst one of them all because it was a very large warehouse that had a loading dock. And mind you, when I was a seasonal back then, before the pandemic, I was working every damn holiday. That's another problem. When you're a seasonal worker, you work every holiday. No ifs, ands, or buts. You miss a holiday, your ass is fired. You call off sick, your ass is fired. Like, they don't care about seasonals. They really don't. But, yeah, it's good money through the holidays. I will say that. You will make a ton of money. It's going to suck. But as a seasonal, that one year I worked there, I was there for like 3 months because when the pandemic came, they laid off all the seasonals. They told us to come back in the summer when they needed extra help. And I did later on eventually. But anyway, I want to say within those 3 months, I cashed out about, I would say close to $5,000 with overtime and holiday pay. I made a lot of money, but it was very, very, very hard work and stressful, very, very stressful work. That's why I try to tell people the easiest one out of all the positions from experience now, coming back after so many years later, because I haven't been in so long, is window clerk. That's where it's at. Window clerk got it going on. Like, even the regulars that work with me, sometimes if they're not sorting mail in the back, they rotate and go to the actual window and they do customer service with the consumers coming in, the people that are trying to send out and mail out their packages. And if they're not doing that, we have different stations. So the way it works, some people will be on P.O. box mail where people, check their little P.O. boxes and stuff. Some people will be on parcel mail where they check their little parcel lockers if they have big packages for P.O. boxes. And then some people will be on letter mail. Now that shit sucks. I don't care what nobody says. I used to do letter mail a long time ago in Austin. So long story short, letter mail sucks because even though it sounds easy, no, it's not easy. You have a big, huge box in front of you with all these open slots, right? Each slot for each letter is labeled with a different zip code. And if you're not paying attention to the correct zip code, you could have it mailed on the wrong route for the carriers. So, yeah, you don't want to do letter mail. Outside of letter mail, some people are on the sorting stations. Most of the workers are on the sorting stations. I think everybody has to rotate on the sorting stations because that's where the bulk of the mail comes from. Now, I'm going to tell you, being up there since 5 a.m., man, I don't ever want to see another Amazon box. Whoever is ordering Amazon, y'all need to stop ordering Amazon. That shit's not cool. I tore down about 6, 7 pallets of Amazon boxes, y'all. I'm not even joking. Like, people tend to forget it's not just Amazon that delivers Amazon packages. USPS also delivers them too. They just don't realize it. They don't pay attention. Because sometimes if you don't see the Amazon man drop off your package on your doorstep, you'll get a USPS notification in the mail showing that you have a package that was delivered, and it'll say like, sorry we missed you, but we put your Amazon package in a parcel locker if you live in an apartment. If you don't live in an apartment and you live in a household, it's most likely going to be like outside your mailbox or in your yard. But yeah, that Amazon's for the birds. I don't want to ever see another Amazon box. And I don't even order from Amazon personally. Unless I really need something for travel purposes, I don't order nothing from Amazon. I used to order books all the time, but I barely order books now. But yeah, tearing down, and I'm talking, these aren't small pallets, y'all. These are big pallets, by the way, that I'm breaking down every morning. So like, when I say we got hit over the head with truckloads of mail this morning, that was probably by far the heaviest mail I've ever seen for such a little postal station. Like when I came there on Saturday, when I first started my first day, it wasn't that bad because we didn't have such a whole bunch of mail either. But today, baby, we had a lot of mail. That was not fun. But anyway, yeah, it sucked. But I'm just very grateful and very fortunate to have the job. I'm grateful that I'm a window clerk, not a mail handler, not a carrier. Yeah, because that shit's for the birds. I honestly don't know which one's worse, being a carrier, delivering mail on foot, or being a mail handler, like the people that work in the plant. It's way, way, way worse. But even rural carriers got it bad. The people that deliver like in the country, like on the dirt roads and stuff, they actually stay in the truck. They don't have to get out on foot. They have their little window rolled down or whatever, and they deliver the mail in people's mailboxes. But they have it just as bad because sometimes they have to work a lot of overtime too. And I heard they work a minimum of 12 hours as well. But rural carrier sucks more because they have to either drive their own personal vehicles or they drive the little ugly white mail trucks that y'all see with all those mirrors on top. Those are called the LLVs. They've been like out since 1985 and they're very crappy conditions. They're not good condition vehicles. But anywho, I mean, I feel like this. The job is simple. It's just very, very tasking. It's very hard on the body. If you can handle like blue collar work, like warehouse work, you can handle the post office. Seriously, like you just have to pace yourself. And after I worked today, I ended up going to the massage parlor. I went to, and let me tell y'all about that shit. Oh, baby. That was not a good experience at all. So I went to a massage parlor called Elements Massage. They're very popular around the world. They have a huge chain nationwide. I can't even talk. I'm so tired and exhausted. But anyway, they booked me with this white man named David, who happened to be a big old fat white man, bald head with glasses and a blue dyed beard. Like his beard was dyed the color blue. Like, I'm just like, what are we hiring, the Smurfs? Like, I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm just like, I have nothing against people being, creative and having different color hair dyes in their hair. But if you dye your beard blue and you're bald, it just screams hell no. It really does. Like, anyway, long story short, I booked a 60-minute massage. They gave me a special half off since I was a new customer. I've never been a member there. And they only charged me like $84, which wasn't bad. So I added an add-on, which is an additional service to the massage. And I added the hot stone therapy because I needed it bad, y'all. Like, when I say I was crippled coming out that postal station earlier this morning, I was crippled. Like, I was hunched over. I could barely walk. I was in a lot of pain. I really needed a massage. And as much as I didn't want to pay all that money, I said, screw it. I'm going to pay the money. I don't care because I need it bad. I need to get the kinks out. You know what I'm saying? So, anywho, go inside the back. He asked, like, what areas to avoid, because they always have to ask you as a masseuse what areas to avoid on your body that you don't want massage. And I told him, only thing I don't want massage is my scalp and my abdomen, because there's no reason for you to massage my abdomen. Only thing I care about is my neck, my shoulders, and my back and my feet, because I am in a lot of pain right now. And he was like, what kind of work do you do? I said, I'm a mail clerk. It's not fun. Oh, wow. He's like, yeah. I said, I'm very crippled right now at the moment. It's not cool. So anyway, he leaves. I get undressed. I had bought me some Under Armour shorts from Academy because, oh no, not Academy, Dick's Sporting Goods. The reason why I bought me a pair of Under Armour shorts, I didn't want that man drooling over me, looking at my panties and shit when I'm turning over and rolling over on the bed. Just weird shit. And, anyway, I feel some type of way, especially when it's a male masseuse. I don't like when looking at my panties. So that's why I like to get the little Under Armour shorts to, give me some more privacy down there. But anyway, so we get to the massage. Everything started off fine. The man did a good job. I will say David did a good job. But David needs to learn how to not sweat so bad and profusely that he doesn't wipe off the sweat off his bald ass head and is dripping on me. And that turned me off. Oh, I was so disgusted, y'all. I was so grossed out. I damn near gagged. But I was just holding my composure because I was in so much pain. I just wanted that white man to hurry up and finish, because it would have been so bad. Not only was a sweat dripping from his head on me, but as he was moving me around or whatever, when I rolled over, it just got worse because the sweat crawled from the top of his body down to his arms and down to like his elbows. So like, y'all know how when a masseuse, they grab like the oils and stuff and they hose you down with the oil. That shit wasn't no oil. That shit was a straight up sweat. The only time I felt a little oil was when he had the Himalayan salt rocks, the lava rocks that they use for the hot stones. That was the only time I felt oil. Outside of the hot stones, it was just strictly his body sweat. It was so disgusting. I was so grossed out. I said I will never, ever come back to this massage parlor again. I don't care who else is in here. I don't trust it. David ruined it for me. The experience was terrible. But I'm thankful that I feel better. I'm very thankful. So when I went to check out, he was standing by the door. He's like, oh, how do you feel? Do you feel much better, Daphne? I was like, I feel much better. Thank you so much. Okay. Seems like you're moving a little bit faster there. I was like, yep, I'm ready to go. Because the only thing that motherfucker did for me before I left that damn massage parlor was that he grabbed a hot towel and said, oh, let me wipe your feet so you don't slip and fall. That was the only nice thing that man did. But outside of wiping my feet down with hot towels, he didn't wipe down the rest of my body with hot towels. So I was already icked out and grossed out. Anyway, I get to the front of the counter. He's like right behind me. And she's like, so how did everything go? I was like, it was good. Thank you so much. And then I waited for his ass to go right back in the back. And as soon as he went in the back, I said, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I said, no disrespect. But y'all need to make sure that the next time he decides to massage a female, he's not sweating so bad. I said everything was fine, but he sweated so bad. I felt all of his sweat as he was massaging my entire body. It was disgusting. It was such a turn off. It was so gross. I was done. Oh my God. She's like, I'm so sorry. Thank you for letting us know. We appreciate the feedback. I said, yeah, because I don't know if no one's ever told y'all. She's like, no, nobody ever says anything. We appreciate you, know, 'cause I guess people are just being very, nice. They don't want to hurt his feelings. I said, well, I'm going to hurt his feelings today. The motherfucker needs to wipe the sweat off his bald ass head and make sure he's not sweating from his arms and his elbows, because that shit is gross. Very gross. So anyway, I paid my money. I tipped him only $5 because I was just like, ugh. As much as I would love to give him like $10 or more, I was just like, bro, you pissed me off with that sweat. That sweat just turned me off. I can't get it out of my head that a bald white man was just profusely sweating like he was on drugs or something. I don't know if it was just his endorphins or if his body glands or if he just naturally gets hot and sweaty in there, but it wasn't even that damn hot back there. I'm just like, why are you sweating so bad? In the back of my mind, I'm just like, what the fuck? And then half the time I was asleep. I ain't gonna lie, I was snoring like a motherfucker till the hogs came home. But I felt so good until that sweat started popping on my body. I said, oh God, this is sick. And this is why I don't like going to a lot of massage parlors now, because you just don't know what the experience is like. And half the time when I read reviews, I see a lot of good reviews that are too good to be true, and then sometimes they end up being very, very bad experiences like the one that I had. But I know one thing, I'm not going to be stingy no more. I'm going to pay for superior services next time. I'm going to go to a whole nother massage parlor, probably downtown Richmond area, because I was in a shopping center, and find a nice bourgeois spa that's probably charging like $200, because I don't have time for another sweaty white man be sweating all over me during the massage service. That's disgusting. And for me to pay $99 for that shit pissed me off even more. But anyway, I just wanted to express the experience I had. Again, it was Elements Massage. I don't know about the other Elements locations, but I would never go back to this location over here. It was so disgusting. But anywho, I'm at home. I've just been sitting in the car rambling to y'all guys because I didn't feel like talking inside the house. Because once I get inside my damn door, I'm not talking. I'm literally about to wash and get comfortable, get out these dirty clothes, get the stank off of me from that nasty ass masseuse, and lay the hell down because I'm so tired. And I'm about to put my phone on Do Not Disturb because I don't feel like being bothered. So if y'all want to talk to me, now's the time to talk. Because in the next couple of hours, when 7:30, 8 o'clock come, don't be blowing up my phone, okay? Because I got to get my ass right back up at 5 a.m. in the morning again to deal with another hellhole shift. So in case y'all don't hear from me for a while, that's why. I have a very hectic schedule. So after tomorrow's shift at 5, Wednesday, I go in from 9:30 to 6:30, which ain't bad. Then Thursday, I go in from like something crazy. I want to say it was like 8 a.m. or some silly shit, or 7 a.m. I think it said like 7 a.m. to like 10 a.m. It's just terrible, terrible hours. But anyway, that's what they do when you're a newbie. When you're a newbie and you're in your 90 days, they just put you on the schedule and just flip-flop your hours. But anywho, it was nice talking with y'all. I'm still in a little bit of pain. I'm still sore, but I feel better as far as like the stiffness in my joints are gone. It's just in the middle of my lower back. I feel all the pain. But I'm going to roll now, and I will talk to you guys next time. I'm going to go ahead and chill. And yeah, try to get me some Z's. I need to file my taxes. I still haven't even filed my taxes in Texas yet. But yeah, as soon as I get out the shower, I'm going to try to file them while I'm still awake. Because I was going to file them last night, but I was too tired. And then I'm calling it a day and taking a cat nap. And then I'm going to sleep for real later on tonight. But y'all have a good one. Sorry for this long video. I've been on here almost 30 minutes. But I'm going to roll now. Y'all take care. Peace.